Welcome back, everybody, to the Late Night Chat Network. I'm your host, Nico, and this is another unboxing video. Thank you to all the positive responses I got from the first video that we put out, that I actually unboxed the Kickstarter exclusive Spawn figure, where Todd McFarlane made basically a newly updated version of his classic Spawn figure that he originally put out back when he first started his toy company back in the day. And if you guys missed that video, go back in the feed and check it out. We also have a playlist up for unboxing videos. This is the second one I'm doing today, and hopefully more to come. I don't know how frequent these will be put out, but whenever I do get an interesting toy that I think might be worth checking out, or some sort of new product that people may want to see or get my opinions on, similar to what I did with the Spawn Kickstarter video, something that's like worth it, I think, for to make. And not something deliberately that I'm gonna go out and buy just to make the video, but if it's something I'm gonna get anyways, I'll definitely do a video for it and put it out there. So yeah, but thank you once again to everybody that did check it out. And if this is your first time checking out a video on the Late Night Chat Network, please hit that subscribe button and that like button, that notification bell, if you want to be notified of any of our upcoming videos. We have all kinds of different videos, all kinds of different interests and topics and things that we talk about here on the Late Night Chat Network. So if this is your thing, like I said, there will be other unboxing videos, but then we also have videos that that have to deal with cards, card collecting, also comics, lots of comic stuff, sports, movies, anything you can think of. We got the Late Night Chat Show, our weekly show here on the Late Night Chat Network, that JT and one of our revolving group of 4 co-hosts joins them week to week on with different topics that they kind of bring to the table as well there. So definitely check out all that. Lots of great content here on the Late Night Chat Network YouTube channel. I appreciate anybody for subscribing or checking out any of our videos. But today, without further ado, we are here to unbox some new things. They are toys, so I'm really excited to take a look at these. I did pre-order these a little while ago, and I do know what are in these boxes, so I'm excited to open them here for you guys today, and hopefully this will be interesting for you guys as well. And I'll give you a little probably sneak peek at the collection after we're done here today of the figures that I have in this line. So not only one unboxing, but we're going to be unboxing 2 different things on this video. So get ready, guys, and let's change this camera view over so you can take a better look at me opening these boxes and what I have to show for you today. All right, so we got the first box here that I'll be opening. Very excited for these. Oh, hopefully I didn't slice the product there. Ah, it's bubble wrap. Great. Okay, so there we go. You can see it says SH Figuarts, and there you go, Raditz. This is one of my SH Figuarts Dragonball figures that I collect, that I pre-ordered. This is one of my most highly anticipated Figuarts figure in the Dragon Ball line ever, really, just because I love the design of Raditz. I know he's an underused character, was in the show for all of 2 minutes, but I just love the look of this guy. So I'm excited that they finally made a figure in the Figuarts line for him, because this is kind of exclusively the figures that I do collect of the Dragon Ball stuff. Okay, and there you go. There he is in all of his glory. Awesome looking figure. So SH Figuarts, the Dragon Ball figures, I know some people feel that they're overpriced for the quality. I mean, they're good quality figures, but I think they're overpriced for the size and scale that you get for some of these figures, especially because some of the older releases now, they've been re-releasing and then bringing them out better, new and improved coloring on the actual figures themselves, fixing some of the issues that it had maybe with some of the articulation or the snapping on of certain pieces. I know there's been some complaints about some of the actual figures in the line as well. I just ended up getting a couple of them because when I started first seeing Dragon Ball figures of higher quality, the SH Figuarts was one of the ones that I saw at the time. So, and once I kind of figured out there was a whole line of them and more to come that were coming out, I kind of got stuck in grabbing these ones. So yes, I do agree that they are pricey. They're pricier than obviously some of the ones you can find at EB Games that are probably of lesser quality, but they're just as good as action figures, same scale and everything, look good, wider variety of probably characters at this point even. So I know there's other lines of figures that people much more prefer because you can get 3 of them for the price of maybe what you would pay for one of these Figuarts ones. But I do enjoy them. I do like the articulation on the figures. Look at that. That's awesome. See, like, I don't mind the long hair on this figure, but I hate the SS3 Super Saiyan Goku, and I would never buy a figure of that version. It's like one of my least favorite Goku versions. But the articulation seems really good on this. They always are really good on most Figuarts figures anyways, I find. It comes with a great bunch of accessories, different faces. You got this face here, and that one. Stern, pissed off looking one. Yeah, I'll probably change it to this one where he's yelling probably. And then, of course, you got the classic crossed arms look, which I'll probably give to him, even though I have so many of my SH Figuarts figures are already sporting this pose. I just always love that look of the fucking crossed arm, fucking pissed off sideline characters in Dragon Ball. Oh, and then, of course, he still had his tail, Raditz, so got to throw the tail on him. And what do we got here? I'm not sure what this is. Might have to check that out on the package itself. Yeah, I'm not sure what this piece is, to be honest with you. Interesting. But yeah, I'm going to give him the a few different arm pieces here. And of course, you got the little headset thing that will kind of tell you the power levels. So, need to include that. Okay, so I'm quite happy with this figure. Kind of scale works really well, I think, for his character. It's going to be bigger than quite a few of the other SH Figuarts figures, but not as big as some of the others, like Brawly, obviously, and Boo. So, yeah, pretty awesome. So I'm just going to change up his arms here. Pop that out, easy enough. Oh. Maybe a little too easy. That just took out the whole arm, and I don't think that was supposed to happen. Yeah, so pop that back in. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling to put this arm piece back in now. I'm kind of disappointing in his little armor piece on the side kind of just came off, so I'm kind of really disappointed right now with the quality of this, how easy it was to pull off. I'm kind of worried now about whether or not that was meant to happen. Okay, well, a couple of minutes off screen, and which I had to stop the recording on for this one because it was a little complicated and very fragile to pull off. When I did go to pull the arm out to put on this other pair of arms, when I pulled these ones out themselves, the whole actual inside upper arm piece on one of the sides of the Raditz figure actually popped out as well, and it was a real pain in the ass to actually pop back into place because just the angle and the type of piece that it is. So I got it back in, and then I put on these arms. Just took a couple minutes of struggling off screen there for you guys. So I'm going to be quite honest in my review in that sense. Again, a problem that some of the Figuarts figures have is you got to be careful with them. I wouldn't say they're easily breakable, but certain pieces, because you can actually, there is so much articulation in these, and because they want you to be able to bend all the little pieces, like even the flaps and everything like that, in order to be able to make good scenes with these figures and put them in whatever pose you want. You guys got to be careful knowing what you can and cannot move and pull out like that, because you can easily break it, but you just got to be a little bit more smarter about it and don't manhandle it like I just kind of did for this video. So, yeah, so all's good now though. Got that piece back on. This kind of piece kind of fell off for a moment too, but I got that back on. So everything's kind of fixed up. I really love the pose with the arms there. Looks great. Great looking Raditz figure still. And just looking at the instructions that came with the figure a little bit, I found out what that weird kind of black angular piece was that came with it that I couldn't figure out earlier. It actually looks like you can put that on the back underneath his hair. So right underneath here, there's like a black kind of armor piece there. But you can actually plug this in, and then if you do that, then you can use it for a stand if you have one. It's for a display joint, apparently. And these corresponds with a stage that's sold separately, because there is like a bunch of different items now that they're selling for these figures, so you can display them, and you can also like do different scenes with your figures as well, as many people do with these. So there's like a bunch of accessories and stuff that they sell for these Tamashii SH Figuarts figures as well. So then I'm just going to take the tail. I'm going to pop this tail off, the one that wraps around him. Instead of that look, I'm actually going to go with the look of the tail just coming out from behind. All right, so then I got the tail coming out of his back there, just like a true Saiyan there, without it being ripped out. So you know that Raditz was one to actually be able to transform into the great big gorilla as well. And yeah, there you go. So he's got the tail hanging. I do like the tail wrapped around the waist as well. Don't get me wrong, but I actually I don't have many figures where it actually still has this attached. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this on here. And yeah, and then of course I'm gonna put his tracker on here. I'm gonna add this part. Like most figures, they got like a little piece on the side of his head that you can actually just plug this right into. So I'm just gonna do that. That's easy enough to add without actually ripping an appendage out. So there you go. So that's the Raditz figure in all his glory. Really cool looking figure. Like I said, in terms of my review, I think it is a bit fragile, even for a Figuarts figure. So be careful. Don't be like me and just rip out his arm and break off his armor piece almost there. I kind of had to really struggle to put that piece back on. And yeah, I'm kind of afraid to move him around now. So luckily, when I do put it in the display case, I don't have a huge scene going on with any of the figures or any way for this to fall other than like knocking back and falling on other figures, because they're such in close proximity in the display case that I have them in right now. But I gotta say, love the hair, love the armor, the whole Saiyan look. Yeah, I think they did a good job on this figure. Just got to be really careful with this one. Anyways, that's Raditz. I put it in the display case afterwards and show you guys. And let's unbox the next figure, shall we? Okay, so we're just getting into the second unboxing here of this video, and there is a theme. This is another SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figure for the collection, another one that I'm really excited about. And I don't get every collection, every figure that comes out. First off, like I said, they are pricey, and secondly, there's like a lot of reissuing or just different versions of characters or characters that I don't love that have been coming out. And luckily, I do draw the line somewhere when it comes to them. I don't buy every single one, as I mentioned, so I'm happy about that. Okay. And this one is the Frieza First Form and Pod. Now, the only other Frieza that I currently own from the SH Figuarts line is like I think it's his final form, if I'm not mistaken. So this one is awesome to have, because I do love this version the most. When he kind of first shows up with the armor, with the spikes and everything, he's got his little pod accessory in this one, so it's pretty cool. I'm actually interested. I know the figure itself is going to be small because Frieza himself is small, but I'm interested to see how tall it kind of stands with the stand, with this pod and everything like that. Probably not that big, as you can see. It doesn't look to be that big. I love the the boxes. I love the art, the stuff that comes with it. And also the cool accessory with these ones is it actually comes with a bigger life-size Dragon Ball kind of, well, not life-size, but the other ones have been all very tiny that have come with a lot of the original Dragon Ball figures that they've been coming out with, but this one's actually quite large, so that's pretty cool. I like that they added that little accessory to it. Looks like there's some great different types of faces on here. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go with this one here. That's pretty awesome, I gotta say. So yeah, let's open this up and see what this one's all about. Okay, so as you can see here, we got Frieza here. You got the pod itself. I'll just remove this plastic here. We do got the big size Dragon Ball. That's really, really cool. That's awesome. That's probably one of the best accessories I think I've gotten in a Dragon Ball figure like this. Really cool. I like how they added that. You got this awesome head that I'm definitely going to switch up and use. Other than like the actual one that comes with the figure here. Which is cool, but this one's way, way better. You got to make him look as pissed off as possible. Got his tail in here, looks like. And then actually the Figuarts, this one, you know, it is a smaller, it's probably one of the smallest scale size figures they have here, it looks like. This doesn't feel as fragile despite being small as the actual Raditz figure did. Even though he's got armor pieces and everything like that, you know, I don't feel like I'm going to actually rip anything off here by kind of like removing something. It's got kind of more of a rubbery feel, at least the tail does, and like parts of his body here. It just feels like actually a better quality figure, surprisingly, than the Raditz just did. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that's really awesome. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to fit this one in my display case. I'm probably going to have to stick this somewhere else. I'll have to find a good spot for this. And yeah, here's the pod. Very cool. So you can see there's like the bottom half of Frieza's of body in there. I guess you basically have to remove probably the lower half of this figure and actually just stick it in here into the pod, so it's like in a sitting position, I would guess. So you can have it outside of the pod or inside. I'm definitely going to put it inside. I'm going to find it a good spot outside of my display case. And it's got this little piece that I can kind of just sit on. So that's really cool. I like that. And yeah, I definitely got to put the tracker on it here. Gotta have to have that accessory. At this point, when everyone first showed up, they were all using these because they didn't learn how to read people's power levels at that point in time. So I definitely gotta add that to the figure. And yeah, I don't know where the Dragon Ball would go. I don't know if he like holds it or if it sits under the base. I gotta figure out what to do with that. You also have this other small Dragon Ball, like as you can see in the picture. You can actually, I guess, put it on his finger and then make it look like he's holding it above. So that's pretty cool. He definitely has, yeah, there is fingers that, there's the straight up, there is a hand that has that finger that's pointing straight up that you can do that with. I'm probably not going to go with that. There's definitely some other cool expressions here that come with it. Yeah, there's the sneaky Frieza, and then you got this other pissed off looking one. This one just looks kind of pissed off but worried at the same time. But yeah, let's put this together here. I'm going to show it off for you guys. Okay, so I did want to show this part off, just because I mentioned how this one didn't feel as fragile as the Raditz figure. So I had to remove, as you can see, I had to remove his bottom half to fit him in the actual pod itself. And the legs kind of popped off, no issues there. But then the legs, what it was attached to here, like around his torso, which is the connecting piece, I guess, of his tail, they had these like pieces on the side here. I don't know if you can see that. These little black pieces that were on the side, on each left and right side, that I guess the legs were connected to, that as soon as I removed them, just kind of popped right off. So then it looks like you gotta kind of hold on to it and stick it back in there if you are going to put the legs in. So again, just looks really fragile. Wouldn't want to like snap this piece off. It kind of just fell apart. It felt like it didn't feel like a natural thing. And obviously these are kind of the swivel to make the articulation really great on the legs itself. I just, you know, I don't plan on going back to having him standing like that, so I'm not as worried about popping these legs back in. But it just, once again, it just seems like a real pain, and I wasn't expecting something just to fall off. I mean, there is a price to pay for the level of, I guess, of articulation that these SH Figuarts figures do bring you. And again, I think it's at the cost of maybe some of these parts feeling cheap, or kind of, and for the price that you're paying for them, it is very surprising for that to happen and have a piece just come off like that. that. And like I said, it's on both sides, the left and the right. So, I don't know if that's normal. Like I said, I don't plan on kind of having him in that position, having him standing like that, but it is kind of a little bit worrisome on my part. And maybe I'm thinking into it too much, but it's just, again, for the level of the price of that you pay for these figures of quality, it's supposed to bring pieces just falling apart randomly when you take out limbs or anything like that. Does seem a little worrisome to me, at least a little bit troublesome. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use this tail because I am putting him in the pod. I did realize there is a tail connecting part in the back of this, which I don't know how you would kind of really even use that once you put him into the pod, but I'm gonna set that up for you guys now. I'm gonna show that off. Hopefully I can have him in a position where he is holding this Dragon Ball, because that's really cool. So I'm gonna go and do that right now. Okay, so I got the Frieza character kind of how I want it set up. I got him sitting in the pod with the actual big Dragon Ball at his side here, which I really like. In the pictures that I saw, at least on the packaging, it shows him when he's standing with the actual Dragon Ball. I didn't see anything of him in the pod with it, but it actually has like a great little amount of space that you can actually kind of just sit it in there. And I went with the open hand here, and this kind of like, come here kind of finger wag here that he's got going on, kind of like bring it. And the head that came like this with the mouth open, I noticed that this one actually doesn't come, the one that was originally on there doesn't come with the side piece that you can actually put the tracker on. So I actually, there was another head that has basically the same kind of angry mouth open expression that you can actually put that on, and I just added it to the actual headpiece. Now everything else kind of snapped out and went on attached very easily. No complaints there with anything, so I'm really happy about that, and that really looks really, really awesome. I gotta say, with the pod and everything, with him sitting like this, that's going to be a nice piece on the bookshelf right there. So I really, really like this figure. The quality is good. I like, I like the accessories that it came with. I like that it's a little bit different in the sense it kind of came with its own accessory to kind of sit the figure in. And even if he's sitting outside of it, it's still pretty cool. Although, I think it's just a little less impressive because, Frieza is a small guy. I mean, obviously he's a big deal, probably the hardest villain for Goku to beat throughout the whole series, I would say, despite it getting harder and harder for him as he went through the series in terms of like power levels. But yeah, I mean, he spent the longest on fighting him, right? And I gotta say, this is I'm happy to add this to my collection. So great figure, great character. I think they did a great job with this one. I gotta say, I'm really, really happy with the presentation of this figure and how everything kind of came out. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this. I'm gonna show you a picture of my display, and yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment if you have anything to say about it. And, let me know your thoughts. And, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified of any of these videos or any of the other different types of videos we do here on the Late Night Chat Network whenever they come out. All kinds of different things, all kinds of different hobbies and interests that we have here on the Late Night Chat Network. So go check our playlists or in our feed on our YouTube channel. And I'm sure you'll find something that you enjoy. If you did like this, there's all kinds of different other things as well. So, yeah, so thank you for watching as always, and we'll see you guys next time.